Okay, Google, how can I join Islamic State? Just making sure everyone's turned the phone off. I noticed preparing a stand-up routine is a lot like preparing for an exam. No matter how much time I spend going over the material, if I don't do well on the day, my parents hit me. So I've been working from home a bit while I've been setting things up in my new house. It's been a bit of a struggle feeling professional when it's just me in my room. So I've been wearing a tie and underwear, neither of which I usually wear at work. And yes, it does mean I finally started paying off a mortgage, my landlord's mortgage. I'm actually living with my landlords. Their English is really good, except for the babies. But they speak Chinese to each other even when we're all in the kitchen. I'm convinced they occasionally talk about me when I'm right there. But I never hear them say Tom, so I can only assume they have a Chinese code name for me. Where they'd say something like, "Oh, honey, did you leave that plate in the sink last night? Was it tie and underwear man?" I'd just be less paranoid about it if they weren't Swedish. We had this other lodger for a while. I'm not saying he was a prick. I reckon he's only heard of badminton because it involves hitting things with skirts. I don't drive right now. I'm actually annoyed at my friends of cars because they're basically saying, "Oh, look at me, I have no points on my licence." But last week I was test driving this vehicle that runs entirely on chip fat, my new push bike. I cycle regularly, but I no longer cycle abroad. I had a bad experience in Berlin last year, where a policeman stopped me in the cycle lane for public extremism just because I was signalling right. After being in the cycle lane about a bike. I try to go to the gym in the mornings. My gym's nice and air conditioned, but the changing rooms are a lot like the ones at school. Half the lockers don't work and I'm always observed by a naked old man. But I never went to the gym when I was younger. I thought the other gym goers would pick fights at me. I think I had a bad first impression from Pokemon. My only exercise when I was younger was trying to get 10,000 steps each day on my clip-on pedometer. That's not really exercise. Walking is easy. I can do it in my sleep. And to be honest, I mainly wore the pedometer because my parents thought it detected child molesters. So, the other day my boss said to me, "Tom, you're letting the team down. If you want to continue working here, you're going on this diet." Obviously, taken aback, I was like, "I'm pretty sure this is illegal." And he said, "Oh, it's definitely illegal. But if you tell anyone, they're going to assume you're making up for comic effect." So I've given up chocolate, sweets and crisps, ice cream, chips, alcohol, fizzy drinks, pastries, baked goods, cheese and bread. But it works like the 5-2 diet, except 0-7. But everything is good for me because on a typical day I now have water, tea, cereal, fags and heroin. I don't mean to be racist on video, but Americans me a bit much. It's always bad news when a phone rings in a public place and the owner goes, "Oh, hold on, I've got a call from my cell." Because it's going to be a loud conversation, always a terrorist receiving orders. But I think my concerns are becoming justified. A poll just came out revealing that Trump is having one of the highest approval ratings in US history since Obama. And this is after he changed his mind over appointing a female Supreme Court justice. But I guess you'd be used to cold feet when you spent your career walking on the glass ceiling. I was quite ill a few months ago. I didn't know what it was, but I got myself checked out and was referred to hospital for some tests. Had an MRI scan where you're in this big closed cylinder that fires magnetic fields. Just getting me into the machine was a two-man job. Sorry, that's sexist. 3-person job. I then had a CT scan. As I was being set up for it, the nurse told me I was going to be injected with a chemical for the imaging, where it wouldn't feel painful, but I might feel warm, and I might feel the sensation of wetting myself. I had mixed feelings about being injected with alcohol, but I told my boss. About 2 minutes in, I did start to feel warm, and all I could think was, she definitely said wetting yourself, right? Because I was shitting my pants for the first time since primary school, during my teacher training. I've ended up having to make some lifestyle changes since being diagnosed with hay fever. I can't have a girlfriend because then I'd have to buy flowers. But the good thing about hay fever is that an excuse when I'm caught crying. Ladies and gentlemen, you've lovely, thank you very much.